Major League Baseball has a hopeful plan on how to return to play that started to come to light today. It includes a lot of thorough testing and social distancing. MLB insiders Jeff Passan and Ken Rosenthal obtained a 67-page draft document outlining the health and safety protocols being considered. The plan is very extensive and detailed, such as a ban on sunflower seeds and discouraging post-game showers at stadiums. But here are some of the main points. It calls for teams to restart training camps in June at either their home ballparks or spring training facilities. Teams would only be allowed to have 50 players in camp, with workouts staggered throughout the day to keep group sizes down. The regular season would start in July. The most important aspect of this proposal is testing. MLB will test players and coaches when they return to the team facility. After that, on-field personnel, including players, coaching, training staff, and umpires, will undergo multiple temperature checks throughout the day and several coronavirus tests during the week. This plan also talks about not having fans in the stands. Of course, as I mentioned, this is just a hopeful plan. Nothing is set in stone just yet, so we will continue to follow this story. Well, looking at the NHL now, we are still waiting to hear more details about their plan and if they will be able to salvage this season. I was able to speak with Jeremy Rutherford, a beat writer for The Athletic covering the Blues, and my big question to him is, when will the NHL need to have a plan ironed out in order to save this season?
The key here is, how long will this training camp be? Look, it's been since mid-March since the teams are on the ice. You really can't do anything in terms of being at the rink during this quarantine time. So hockey is notorious, even in training camp in a normal year, for a lot of injuries. And so when these players come back, they're going to need 2 to 3 weeks of skating. So what the NHL has said is that they do not want to interfere whatsoever with next season, the 2021 season. So they're okay with starting it as far back as December, but you have to take that December and then you work your way back and say, okay, when do we need to get something started? I really do think, Brooke, that they're going to have to get moving by June if they want to have any sort of semblance of a playoff, legitimate series where they can crown a Stanley Cup champion and then have some time off before they begin the 2020-21 season.
And if you haven't already, go subscribe to The Athletic. They have a lot of talented journalists over there. All right, that's all for sports. Back to you, Chris.